Call meeting to order. Ask Councilman Little to read the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call the roll.
Councilman Poole?
Here.
Councilman Cotton?
Here.
Councilman Littles?
Here.
Councilman Watson?
Here.
Councilman Barton?
Here.
Mayor Lovelace?
Here.
Quorum is present.
Approval of the minutes is presented by the clerk.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Cotton, seconded by Councilman Barton. Any discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes. Minutes are approved.
And I would like to welcome our visitors today. I appreciate y'all being here and being part of our proceedings today. I need approval of the agenda.
Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda as shown on the wall? All in favor of the presented agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Agenda is approved as presented.
Under old business, committee recommendation of water board appointment, Councilman Cotton and Councilman Lewis.
Councilman Littles and myself would like to recommend Richard Lynn to fill the water board appointment, and I make that as a motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Cotton, seconded by Councilman Littles for Mr. Lynn. Any discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes and Mr. Lynn is appointed.
Under new business, approval of the city's March 2013 accounts payable.
I'm going to make a motion that we pay our, like Carrie said, pay our bills.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Watson, seconded by Councilman Barton. Any discussion? Councilman Poole?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Littles?
Yes.
Councilman Watson?
Yes.
Councilman Barton?
Yes.
Motion passes. Accounts payable are approved.
Before we get to the presentation about the gas line, I'd like to appoint a committee to come up with some recommendations and review our present community center policies and groups. And I'd like to appoint Councilman Poole, Councilman Watson, and Councilman Littles to that committee. And like I say, if we could get a report maybe back by the next council meeting. Now we go to the presentation about the gas line relocation.
I'll begin with the various there. Just call me Mr. V. This has gotten a little more interesting since we first requested this, and to let everybody know who's looking at it, there's a main gas line coming into the city which has been there well over 50 years now, and any type of natural disaster or accident could become a public safety thing. So it's going to cost a little under $1 million to actually remove/replace that line. So we solicited bidders for a modest 5-year payment, let's say in the beginning, to see what we could get. You know, we contacted the AM Fund, and Mr. Cardinal's in the audience here. The $1,022,000 is what they said. I asked them to do a 3-, 4-, and 5-year representation. The first two were too expensive, so the 5-year came out to the 1.56, as you can see. $1,022,000. It's about $269,000 a year for the 5 years. Bank of Brewton was $1 million. That's pretty much off the board for 5 years, 5.5%. It's going to be well up into the 300 plus a year, if not close to 400,000. Benchmark Securities, which is a bond firm, as you all know, Mr. Lewis. He also did the $1,025,000 for 25 years, came up at 3.368%. Now, that's $62,000 a year, but keep in mind that is 25 years. So we went back to the table and said, okay, look, why don't we look at a 15-year and break up that $269,000 into something better? Well, Benchmark Securities came back and say, okay, we'll do a 15-year, and I don't have all the numbers yet, but the coupons go from 2.0 to 3 in the 15-year period. But the bottom line is it's going to be between $80,000 and $85,000 a year during that 15-year period. I also invited the AM Fund to give us a 15-year proposal, and I'll let Mr. Cardinal take that. I don't have his numbers. If you'd like to come forward and just give us the simple data as
Okay, great.
shown there.
Thank you, John. I'm Louis Cardinal with Thornton Farish out of Montgomery. Our firm represents the League's AM Fund program. As y'all may know, it's a corporation where we lend directly to municipalities. It is not a bond issue. We have several lenders under our hat. One of those is BB&T, who's a direct lender with our program. Y'all submitted an application in the past. I think, John, we financed a fire truck here, if I'm not
Actually, you've done 3 vehicles.
Three,
yes.
yeah, 3. So we've done over right at $120 million for different municipalities across the state. So we're pleased to present this to you today. The key is what we have for you today. Our attorneys, Maynard Cooper, has presented. We're locked in. What you see today is kind of like when you go get your mortgage at the bank, or you say, I want to lock in. Well, if your approval today, you will be locked in. And our rate for 15 years is 2.77, which would put the amortization at around $83,000 to $84,000, including our $22,000 fee. So the $1 million construction for the gas line, $22,000 for the fee, that's amortized over 15 years at 2.77. Quite frankly, we're better than anything up there because the bond business, the bond issue, that rate is an assumed rate unless he's sold bonds today.
So the payment on that, I guess, is the way I look at it, is $83,000, is that what you said?
Annual. I have the amortization for John right here.
Yeah, I have not seen that yet, but it's in that $83,000, what he just said again, per year.
But Mayor, what I wanted to make the distinction, the bond market's good, it's strong, y'all got a great city. You could go to the bond market, but what I wanted just to say, our proposal today is a rate that's fixed, and it's today if the council approves it.
Do y'all go long within 15 years?
We go up to 20. Generally, we go up to 20.
You happen to know what your rate is?
No, sir. No, sir. We just brought what we were told to bring.
One other question, because I'm not totally familiar. I mean, I'm familiar, but not totally familiar with that.
Right. Well, I talked to you on the phone a while ago. You remember?
Right.
About that, yeah.
15 year that I just told you about
Right.
securities stuff.
Yeah.
Is there a maximum amount that y'all can do with one city?
Oh, no, sir. I think the biggest loan was $30 million we did for Saraland for the new high school.
Well, it won't be 30 million.
I know. We don't encourage people to borrow money. That's the last thing you want to do. But we do, to me, 400,000 is big. You know, we do 400, and we do big schools and water and sewer financing, and we're doing a lot of refundings now. Y'all have an issue, an 05 issue, that we'd love to take a look at and be competitive on as well, that I've talked to Ray and John about. But, John, here's the amortization schedule on ours if you want me to leave it with you. I'll give it to you.
Could you, if you don't mind, hit me what a 15 and a 20 year is? Let's just say on 5 million.
Well, I can't do that.
No, I mean, just send it to me when you get a chance.
Yeah. And we'll do that and see if BB&T, whatever rate they put for 20 years, we'll try to get it out to you tomorrow.
Okay. So I know. Yeah.
You got 5.
I have the 5 in my office, if that's what you're saying. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank y'all.
All right, John, I don't have the. Rest of the agenda.
If you're going to request a 20-year on this particular gas
You want to have?
piece,
No, I don't.
you're not. Okay.
Are there any further comments from the floor? No?
Motion to adjourn.